Chairman, Commissioners, the next item on the agenda is a report from the Planning Department. Mr. Alexander has several items on the agenda tonight.
You all have a map in your packet. Let's see, that would be on page 36. The first project, we've got a total of about 16 projects. And we've got 4 of them that have actually been authorized for construction. The first one is down here on Lido Road, and we came up with a design on that particular project, and then Public Works cleaned out the pipes, and we found a tire that was in one of the pipes that was kind of blocking the flow. And so, instead of going ahead with that project, we're kind of monitoring that. And also, we've asked EMC to take another look at the calculations to see if what we have in place, if it is working, whether that would satisfy. With these heavy rains, we've gone out there every chance we get to just see if it's creating a problem at this particular location. And so far, it hasn't. So. When we get the calculations back from the EMC, and we'll continue to monitor it going, but that might be a project. Now that and a lot of times when you have problems, a lot of times it's a crushed pipe or a clogged pipe that needs to be cleaned out that is the real culprit. Grand Isle area. We've got the plans complete on that, and we're going to try to get some easements from the landowners there so that we'll have an outfall that goes all the way to Kitchfoot Creek. But that's as far as we've gone with that particular project. That's number 2. Number 3 is Robert B. Lee and US 19. And this project here is part of our overall master plan to drain to the Kitchfoot Creek. We are in discussions with the landlord at this time, and we have got a positive nod from him to go ahead and draw up the design, and it looks like he will be willing to sign off on an easement for a new ditch down through there. So EMC is in the process of doing survey work and design on that. Callaway Lakes is number 4, and also number 9, which is tied to it, is the Doublegate area. There's a lot of ponds in those areas that need to be connected to be able to drain it off to an outfall. And these are going to be some expensive projects. We know it. We haven't gone ahead with the design at this time because it's going to be some expensive projects to construct as well as that design aspect. We have the general concepts of what we need to do. Basically, all we have to do is watch Mike when it rains real heavy, and he has to take one pump to another pond to try to get it all out. So it's a series of connecting up these ponds with pumps, and this is going to be an extensive process. So we probably need to be looking at that for our next SPLOSH funding when that comes up. Lovers Lane and Mayhaw, that's number 5 over here. We have a solution, which would be to drain back into these fields here. We've been talking to Tommy Clifton, who's a trustee for Haley property, and there's certain concerns that he has that we're trying to work with right now so that we're not putting additional water onto his land without being able to properly drain it off. And we're working with his surveyor as well as him, and we're having meetings to work through whatever concerns he has so that we can move forward on that project. Cookville Road.
Could you put a time estimate on that?
I think we've made some pretty good progress, but it's before we can actually get a permission for him to sign off on an easement. It's going to be when he's satisfied that the water will drain off all the way to Kitchfooty Creek. And right now, we're having to do some additional surveying to make sure that can happen. And that also means working with the Department of Transportation on US 19 to clear out the box culvert that's under US 19. It's filled up quite a bit. And what's happening there is the water's backing up on his property, and he's got a concern about that. So we're trying to work with the DOT to get that out. And he has, I think that once we're able to do that, I think that he'll be more amenable to give us an easement. But we've gone from breaking up beaver dams along the ditchway to recognizing that there's a ridge that needs to be cut through a little bit to US 19. So it's something that we're trying to work with him. Once we're satisfied, we'll move forward on it. But, I know the people that are involved along Lover's Lane are very anxious to see this thing go forward. But until he's satisfied, I'm not sure that I can give you exactly. Joe Toole and Rose Court, we've studied that. It's such a flat area. We don't have a good, cost-effective plan, so that's kind of on the back burner right now. The watershed areas, watershed 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, are these areas here that was part of the master plan. I don't think this is in the see, this is watershed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then this is the Grand Isle area. And we've got costs associated with each one of these, and a lot of this can be done, these particular areas can be done with public works forces, and there's recommendations that go back to the year 2000 when this kind of was done. And over the years, as time permits, public works has worked on each one of these areas to eliminate some of these things. If you look down at number 15, it says stormwater equipment. Our Mike has indicated that if he had certain equipment, he could certainly do things a lot quicker and more efficient. Which piece of equipment was that, Mike?
It was the, we were talking about China.
So we put this on here just so that this piece of equipment, along with what public works can do, would be something that, in front of the rail, we'd like to address. Waterford Road, we have, let's see, that's number 10. It's over to this area here. Ms. Jones has water that's been backing up in her backyard, and we've come up with an estimate of what it would cost to construct a holding pond in the backyard, as well as the land cost. So we're talking approximately $22,000 to $23,000 for that particular project.